Your website is like a supermarket. When you go in the supermarket, do you see any sales reps at the aisles that can help you pick the right product and choose the right beverage or cookies or whatever you want to buy that might be more healthier for you or might be on sale or whatever? When was the last time that you saw a good salesperson in the aisles of a supermarket? Well, this is what your website is, and you need to do something about it. Everybody's website, in fact, that I have seen aligns more towards a supermarket versus something like Best Buy, where the sales reps actually engage with the customers. What I'm about to show you in this video, if you implement this, I promise you that this will change the way you do business. It will change the complete perspective of your website, and you will have a lot more sales and a lot more confidence in investing into traffic that will result in sales if you implement what I'm telling you today. Now, this is totally brand new. I ran this experiment to make sure it works. It works amazing. I'm not even kidding. We increased our conversions by 100%. So if we were getting 4 sales or 8 sales on one of the websites each day, now we're getting double that, 8 to 16 sales because of this. Now, the experiments that I ran were on heavy traffic websites when compared to a brand new website that gets no traffic. So if you have no traffic, obviously the conversions might be slightly higher, but it's not going to be explosive. But in any case, this will definitely help your business. And if you're getting at least 500 to 1,000 unique visitors each month to your website, this must be implemented on your website. So let me show you a real-world concept first, and then I'll explain to you how it applies to your website. Imagine you're a customer, you come into the supermarket, and you're trying to find a product that you need to buy and basically get out of the supermarket. Now, you're running around the aisles, and you cannot find it, so what do? You're going to come up to the customer service desk. And guess who's at the customer service desk? A really ugly person that tells you, "Hi, I'm an idiot, how can I help you?" I know you're probably laughing, but seriously, did you ever see a normal customer service rep that knows what they're talking about? Most of them are clueless. They're going to start paging people, finding out where is what. In any case, on your website, you don't have any sales reps on the product pages. So when the customer has a question about something that they're looking for, which I can assure you they do, they feel like they have to call the customer service number on top, if you even have one, and if you're even going to answer that phone number. Their perception of that phone number is that they're expecting some idiot to pick up the phone and have no idea what they're talking about. You can't blame them because I'm sure you've called many times and ended up reaching somebody in India. So most customers who shop online, they'll probably not want to call you on the phone unless they're really ready to order. Now, second real-life scenario. You come into a store like Target, and there are sales staff in the aisles. And you come up to the electronics aisle and you're looking at this flat screen TV that you want to buy. Now, not a single sales staff is going to come up to you and engage you. So what do? You're going to stare at that TV, you're going to stare at the specs of it, you're going to stare at the price of it, and you're going to have that little voice in your head trying to convince you to buy it. So in other words, you're trying to sell yourself on that TV. That's, psychologically right. And most people don't do a very good job selling themselves because now they're weighing the pros and cons. They're going to go possibly look at reviews and price shopping if they have their phone on them. If they don't, they're going to try to just look at the price. And depending what kind of buyer they are, impulsive or logical, they're going to either buy it or not based on their little voice in their head. Today in this economy, I don't think there's going to be a lot of pros versus how many cons there will be. So if there's nobody to engage that customer, they probably will not sell themselves as often as if they were engaged. So you do have the sales reps at the aisles, but they're not being monitored, they're not being trained or told how to sell the products in the aisles. They're not engaged. So for you to try to get help, you'll have to approach the sales guy, and typically that sales guy is not very smart either. I use this phrase here. When you come to a sales guy in Target, it'll go something like this. "Hi, I have no idea what you're talking about, but let me come up with some BS to make it seem like I'm doing my job so you can go on your merry way." Now, going back to your website, I said that if you have only the phone number, then this is the same thing as only having a customer service department. What if you have a live chat button on your website? That becomes an easier way for your customers to communicate with you. But still, there's a problem. They are not being engaged. So they feel like that customer in Target where I don't really feel like talking to a sales rep because he's probably an idiot anyway. That's if he's even domestic. Some of them are overseas and they have no idea how to even speak English. So I'm better off just talking to myself, who's a smarter person, of course, and trying to figure out if I'm going to buy this or not. So a live chat button will actually not do much on your website. I mean, it will, somewhat. You are providing some support, but not as much as if you engaged that customer. Now, what am I talking about as far as engagement? Well, if you ever went to Best Buy, the sales reps there are trained to engage the customers. In fact, their perfect customer is a soccer mom who is going to the store to buy the electronics for her husband and for her kids. That's the typical customer who shops at Best Buy. This is how the sales reps are trained. And they're also trained to engage them. So when a customer stops and looks at an electronic, you better come up to them and ask them for help and try to sell it to them. And obviously they make commission if that product is sold. So what if there was a way for you to engage the customer on your website and notify him that you are either the owner or the manager or somebody knowledgeable about this product? You would be able to show your picture of yourself to that customer, and there's somebody making sure you're doing a good job. So it could be either a professional marketer or maybe even yourself monitoring your employees to make sure that he knows how to sell the product. Would that help you on your website? If you have a live chat which engages with your customers, it knows exactly what the customer's questions are going to be, what page is he on. If he's on a product page, it'll say, I know you're on a product page, I'm one of the owners, I'd like to help you choose the right part. If he's a return customer, you might say, I'd like to give you a discount code or a coupon code to buy this product. If he's in the checkout, you might be able to tell him, hey, I know you're probably having problems with the checkout, would you like me to help you? I can also call you. Would that help you? Now, that is the question that I've asked myself, and after speaking to some people who are very heavy shoppers online, if they would engage with those kind of chats, especially if they knew that there's a knowledgeable person on the other end, their answer was yes, and they've never seen that happen before on any of the websites that they've shopped at, including the big websites, Amazon and all kinds of different websites the Fortune 1000 retailers operate. So I decided to run an experiment. Let's try it and see what happens. Well, let me tell you, I was right that engaging through live chat at the right place at the right time with a visitor who's browsing your website will result in better sales, better overall experience for the customer, and most importantly, an increase in revenue. Now, I didn't know how much increase there will be, but it literally doubled overnight. You put this tool in, and overnight you get double the sales. Absolutely amazing. I'm literally just shocked that I did not think of this before. So, is this tool available for you today? The answer is yes, it is. It is very inexpensive. We're talking about $10 per operator. It integrates with your Skype and Gtalk. It can have rules on when to engage with a customer. You can customize your theme by adding your own picture and your own message and so on. And it will help you with sales. And this is not optional to get. You must have this. If you're not going to have this, I am guaranteeing you that you're losing sales today. Now, keep in mind, you have to actually be on the live chat. You can't just put it on and not be available, because otherwise you're not really doing much, and the proactive rules which will engage with your customers will not even work because they're not going to engage when you're offline. But if you're going to be on live chat and you're getting traffic to your website, this will help you with sales instantly, overnight. This is very, very, very important. I'm recommending that you take action right now. It's only $10. You can do it. You can try it out and see for yourself. This live chat is absolutely amazing. When somebody starts a chat session with you, you will see where they are in the map. You will get a history of what they spoke about. So in case you have an employee or an outsourced operator handling the chats, you'll get an email with a chat session. You'll also be able to go to reports and pull up all of the chat sessions that occurred. You'll be able to hide the chat when you're not online. We're also extending more plans if you have more operators. If you want us to do basically the setup of the rules and teach you how to use it and do the themes and everything else, when you click on the form to apply for this feature, you'll have the option there. We also made an option where if you know that you're not available because you have a full-time job or whatever the case may be, or you just don't have time, we're making it available for you to hire a professional virtual assistant for sales and customer service that we're personally going to train and monitor to make sure that they're converting on your website. So there's an option for that as well on the form. Now again, at minimum, please sign up for the $10 plan per month. You can cancel anytime, no contract, and this will be worth it for you. I can guarantee to you it will be worth it for you. I tried it on many websites. I gave it to some of my other customers to try it who have the heavy websites. Overnight, everybody doubled their sales. In a worst case scenario, they got an increase of sale by 1 or 2. In fact, one of my other customers who only sold about 2 units per week, they were high dollar units of over $1,000, he sold 2 that same day after putting in this live chat with engagement on. Okay, so I'm going to end this video. Please make sure that you sign up for this and try it for at least a month, and you will see it for yourself. I'm very, very excited about this, and I can't wait to get your feedback on it after you try it out. Thanks, this is Igor Sashkin with Shopping Cart Elite, and you're absolutely going to love this new feature.